Welcome back to From the Pages of WWF Magazine, the March 2000 issue. And this one opens fast, loud, and completely locked into the Attitude Era. And before you even settle in, you're staring at Stone Cold Steve Austin on the cover with that tagline about getting inside the mind of the rattlesnake. And it's not just a hook, it's the tone of the entire issue. Everything in here feels like it's circling that return, that presence, even when the pages are focused somewhere else. Like you crack it open and immediately you're hit with that WrestleMania themed ad, a blender filled with figures, slime, chaos, all mashed together into this idea of mixing revenge and trash talk. And it's over the top in a way that only makes sense for this time. It doesn't feel out of place. It feels like exactly where WWF is. Right after that, masthead contents and the lineup jumps out at you. Luna, Austin, Edge, Stephanie, Ivory, Armageddon Fallout. It's not structured like older issues where one or two names carry everything. This is spread out multiple directions at once, and then you land on the letters, and even here there's no soft entry point. Fans are writing about Kane and Tori, questioning loyalty, questioning motives, and the answers don't clean it up. So they lean into it. Kane is described as someone who attracts people who end up using him. That's the tone. Not resolution, just more tension. You move down the page, and now it's Austin and Vince McMahon. Fans wondering why they'd ever clash again. And the response is simple. Because they're the same. Both driven, both stubborn, both built to collide. It doesn't over explain it, it just states it. Same thing with The Rock and DX. Could he join? No. He stands alone. That's all it takes. You flip and there's The Rock staring back at you again. Milk mustache, full page. Got milk? Ad. It's one of those moments where wrestling and mainstream completely blur together. Right after that, the mail-in poster page, order forms, check boxes, all that catalog style stuff that was part of flipping through these back then. And it doesn't slow anything down. It just keeps the rhythm going. Then you hit Tales from the Turnbuckle, and it's chaos in a completely different way. Mae Young and Mark Henry, and it's written like this strange, almost unbelievable obsession. May not backing off, Moolah lurking in the background. Tension there without needing a full breakdown. It just sits in that uncomfortable, unpredictable space. You turn the page, and now everything is relationships. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, the fallout with Test. Kurt Angle circling the situation, Gangrel, and the Hardy split hinted at, and it's not one story, it's layers of them all tangled together. There's even that quick humor list, what Test should do with the engagement ring, and it breaks the tension just enough before moving on. Then The Rock again, but this time it's about the book, pushing The Rock says, and it reads like crossover success, like he's stepping beyond wrestling without leaving it. And that balance is part of why he stands out here. A tour guide hits next, and it's quick but important. No Way Out, WrestleMania 2000, Backlash, all lined up. Then WWF New York Times Square, the restaurant, the stage, the idea that you can go there and see this world up close. It's not just TV anymore, it's a destination. You move through more ads, video games, snacks, even a Scream 3 soundtrack page, and it all fits the same rhythm. Fast, loud, connected to everything else going on. Then the features really start to settle in. Rookies to Legends with Rikishi, and this one slows down just enough to give you history. Head Shrinkers, Too Cool, the shift in character, and that story about being caught in a drive-by shooting. It's not expanded into something dramatic. It's just there, part of his path, and it gives the whole thing weight. Yeah, then it pivots right back into contrast. His size, his movement, how he shouldn't be able to move like he does, but he does. And then the bite, Big Boss Man. And this one doesn't soften anything. He talks about the Big Show funeral incident, Pepper, all of it, and there's no regret. None. It's direct, cold, and it reads like he stands by everything he's done. That's what makes it land. You flip and Luna takes over, Lunatic Fringe, and this is one of those features where the personality comes through immediately. Luna Vachon isn't presented as polished. She's presented as real, chaotic, tied to the Vachon family legacy, moving through roles with Shawn Michaels, Bam Bam Bigelow, the oddities never fitting into one lane. The writing leans into that unpredictability, that edge, and it doesn't try to smooth it out. Then you hit Austin, full of venom, and everything tightens. Injury from the hit and run, surgery, time away in Texas, and the tone is controlled, but underneath it there's anger running through every line. He talks about being away, about watching, about not being able to act, and it builds into that list. Triple H, Vince McMahon, The Undertaker, not in a dramatic speech, just laid out one after the other. Targets. And then the line. When you hear that, that's all it needs. You keep flipping after that, but everything feels like it's orbiting that moment, adds smaller pieces, other features. They're all still part of the issue, but that Austin piece sits over everything. By the time you close it, the feeling is clear. This isn't about wrapping stories up. This is about building tension. Everything is moving towards something, and you're just catching it in the middle. If you were reading this then, you weren't looking for conclusions. You were waiting for what happens next. If this brought you back, and save it and come back to it, drop your memory from this issue. See you next time. Farewell from the Empire State.